Hey, what's up, guys? It's Henry. I'm back. Just quick updates just to let you know. Remember, mortgage forbearance does not mean that you do not have to pay your mortgage or get caught up. So just make sure you get in tune with what you're requesting, what's the fine print, what is being offered. Don't just say yes to the first offer that they give you. There are a lot of people that are being offered forbearance for 3 months, and what forbearance means is just that you don't have to pay your mortgage right now, but let's say if they're giving you 3 month forbearance, it means that at the end of 3 months, on the fourth month, all the outstanding payments are due. Okay, so just remember that. Aside from that too, I've been hearing, doing some research online, and apparently too, if you ask for forbearance, requesting forbearance will put your credit, not necessarily that they'll report it late, but they are apparently putting a asterisk on your credit, so you may or may not have a ding on your credit score, whether or not they report it current. So just keep that in mind when working with your mortgage company. Aside for that, the best case scenario that you could look for is that they basically give you a payment holiday, and what that is that you basically take 3 months off or whatever time they offer you, and then they tack it on at the end, meaning that you're basically doing a true pause to your loan. You're stopping it for 3 months, let's say, and then you just adding 3 months to your loan. So if it's 27 years left, now you have 27 years and 3 months. So that's on the mortgages. On renters, remember, right now it's temporary. There's no evictions, but it doesn't change the fact that you owe money to your landlord. So let's say if you can't pay this month, there's nothing that the landlord can do now. The governor, we're here in New Jersey, has extended the stay for the state of emergency till May 15th. So just make sure you know that. After that, I'm sure going to be a wave of people behind on their rents and mortgages, same way. Just make sure that you keep that in mind and have a backup plan to make sure that you get all caught up. Aside from that, just take into mind that even though we are all going through this, there are resources out there. Just make sure that you go online, do some research, whatever it is. Start with your biggest expenses in your household and then work your way down. There are things that do make a difference, whether or not you believe it, but some of the small items like subscriptions and things like that we pay for, those are things that you should look into, maybe pausing it or discontinuing your subscriptions, because if you're paying, let's say, over $100 or $200 a month in subscriptions across different services, let's say some of us has month to month we have Netflix, and some of us have the cable bill, even though some of them have said that they won't shut it off, but just know that you do have to pay for some of these services. There's cable, there's also your light bill and water bills. With the state of emergency, the governor ordered that nothing can be turned off, so you have a little bit of help there within the utilities. So if you can't pay all of it now, or if you can't pay any of it, just know that you'll still have your utilities. They won't be able to cut it off. There's some things that I haven't mentioned before, but that you should do, that you might not know. It might be little, it might not make a big of a difference, but if you do these little things, they do help out. Just a FYI, everybody has credit cards that I'm aware of. Some of us have student loans. Some of us deal with some small accounts. So at the very least, if you have any of these things, call them, let them know what's going on, and you can put on hold, you can freeze stuff that you think you need right now. But if there are things that you are using, like your credit cards or anything like that, just ask for a little bit of deferment on your payment. What they're doing, every card company is doing something different, but some card companies are offering protection, no interest payments, nothing accruing. They're also allowing, they're reversing all fees if you're late on payment, or at the very least can't make a payment for now, they'll defer it. So they're doing things that are helping out the people. Just to give you guys FYI, so do call your credit card companies. If you have a student loan that was originated through the Department of Education, not to say that you may have a separate servicer, so like you may have an outside company that services your loan. You might say, like in my wife's case it says Navient, in my case it was Mohila, but all these companies, all they do is service for the Department of Education. Just FYI, check it out, call or go online if you have an online account. The payments are deferred automatically. That came into effect through the CARES Act, and it's deferred to September 30th. Aside from deferment, there's no interest being accrued in the meantime. So you do have that being alleviated. I know some people that pay a few $100s to $400 or $500. So just FYI to let you know. Aside from that, there are other supposedly programs out there, third parties that are giving assistance to renters and people with some needs, either for food or other household items. So do reach out, be proactive about looking for stuff that you might need, or at least even if you're running low on some supplies, there's things like me going to BJ's or to the market, haven't been able to find stuff as simple as sugar, toilet paper, things that you kind of take for granted, but it's kind of rough when you can't find and you're running low on supplies. There's also alternatives. You can see if you can find wipes. Just always going to cloth. It's better on the environment anyways. But yeah, aside from that, I don't even know why I said that. cloth toilet paper. Anyways, so it's getting a little bit bad in terms of people being able to find certain supplies. Other than that, also your banks, make sure you call your banks if you have payments that are going through that you can't make. They are reversing charges and fees, same as the credit cards. So I bank with Wells Fargo, I bank with Valley National Bank, and they are reversing a lot of their fees and giving at least a little bit of assistance there, which would help out. All right. If there's anything that I missed that you guys might think is worth posting on a video, please let me know. Give me a like, subscribe, and I look forward to sharing with you guys in the comments. All right, so last thing I'll say is it's important to keep your health up. Just make sure that you're eating healthy. Make sure you're taking supplements if you can. Vitamin C, vitamin D. There's things that I've been taking just to boost up immunity. Colloidal silver, iodine, some things, but most importantly, I think vitamin C or a multivitamin that has a big dosage of vitamin C. These are important things to just keep your immunity up at this point in time. And just make sure you're using a face covering. It's already mandatory, so you can't go anywhere without it. You know, gloves, hand sanitizer, that kind of stuff. So take care of yourself, guys, and see you on the next one.